Live and ready. Good morning to you.
It is State Representative Amy Volk. That's a nice thing to say from Scarborough. Good morning. Nice to see you.
Hey, Amy. How are you? Thanks for coming in here. Congratulations on getting in.
Thanks.
Wow, this is a big deal. You've started up there already, right? You've gone through the orientation.
A little bit, yeah. We got our committee assignments yesterday, so that's been the excitement.
Oh, good. And that then leads to the business of business, which resumes when exactly? January
5th is the inauguration, so we go up and convene, and then my understanding is we pretty much go over to the Augusta Civic Center.
Oh, good. So January
the festivities.
Oh, yeah, the Augusta Civic Center. That's
Yeah.
right. So January 5th, you're in, and is it then January 6th that our taxes go down?
No.
What? Well, I had no idea.
Yes.
I wish.
That was the promise, right?
Well,
No, actually, we never promised that, and neither did the Governor LePage.
Well, okay, but what we are promised is fiscal responsibility and a hard look at
Much
the
more of
past,
that.
right?
Yeah,
And
much more of that.
Where do you start with something like that? I mean, I guess the only starting point really for everybody on a common page has to be the budget. And it's within the budget and where the appropriations are within that people could take a hard look at.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they're looking at cutting a lot of the waste in government, and of course, the other party would say, well, we've actually cut budgets over the last 3 years significantly. There's no more waste to cut. Well, we all know people who work for state government who would tell you otherwise.
Sure.
And I'm sure there are those who work for state government who would say the opposite, but we're confident there's still a lot of places that we can cut, and then we also have to increase revenue, and one of the ways that we do that is improving the business climate.
They have cut. There's no question about it. The general fund. The problem is overall state spending with the federal stimulus money has gone way up during this time period. So they focus on this very myopic thing we talk about as the general fund, but they don't talk about the transportation account. They don't talk about other federal monies. And the fact that, and Governor LePage made the Governor-elect LePage made the promise right here on the station that he would pay the hospitals off in the next 2 sessions. They don't talk about any of those things. There's all kinds of places that we can go to make government more efficient, more effective, and less costly to Maine people.
And hopefully less intrusive.
What committee assignment did you get?
I got Labor, Commerce, Research, and Economic Development.
That's
so the hot topic one. But
I guess, yeah. Wow, that's that is a lot on one plate. That's super.
Yeah.
What if there were a mission statement, as best you understand it, because obviously you can shape, you new members can shape the committee and have a different direction, but what would be a mission statement for that committee? What would be a goal of that particular committee?
The goal would be improving the business climate in Maine.
And there's so many things to do for regulation,
nutshell.
right?
Yeah.
Regulation and if it's tax breaks, okay, but that seems so temporary. But just getting down to the level of making it anything but 50th in the nation.
Exactly. I think we want to change that whole attitude of no that has been rife in the government as far as business is concerned. There's just been this overall attitude that every time a business encounters a state agency, the state agency puts up roadblocks instead of saying, what can we do to facilitate your success? And that's really what needs to change. And I think Governor-elect LePage is on the right track with that, with his red tape audits that he's running.
Right.
Are many of your colleagues, going to be on board with him on the approaches so far, as you understand it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's really reaching out to businesses in a way that hasn't happened in the last 8 years, for sure.
Good.
And probably for longer than that.
I think that's really great that he's doing this. You must be excited about LD1, which is the legislature's effort to reduce regulations, streamline the regulatory process. That must be an exciting time for you guys up there to talk about this. We've been talking about it here for 7 years. A lot of people have been talking about it for much longer than that, but it has to happen. It's not that we want to eviscerate the environmental rules. We just want to make it easier to comply with them.
Right, exactly. And, how do you, yes, there are rules, there are regulations, but how do government agencies help businesses? How do they hold their hands through the process? If there's going to be a process, fine, but help them through that process. Don't just say, well, you figure it out, which is what businesses have been told by state regulators. Well, this is what you have to do. You figure it out. Let us know when you got it figured out, and we'll come back.
And what area do you represent?
Coastal Scarborough.
Coastal Scarborough.
Yep.
And
That's the nice section.
no, it's not good.
No, all of Scarborough is lovely.
Yes, it is.
It's actually warmer on the other side of Scarborough, which sometimes I hate that ocean breeze in the summer. I like heat, so.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, not
I've
me.
often wished I lived over there when it's, everybody else is enjoying like 85 degrees and it's 70 at my house with a coastal fog.
Well, if it's Scarborough or if it's Alfred or if it's Holton, constituents do like to be able to get a hold of their representative and think at least that there's an ear there.
Yeah.
I'm sure a concerted effort on your part to stay in touch with the folks as you get mirrored in the dome, under the dome in Augusta.
Yeah, that's a huge piece of the work that we have to do as Republicans in this session if we want to hold on to our seats.
Well, it's true. I mean,
Yeah.
because this will be a very short-lived majority if we don't stay focused and responsive to the people at home.
Exactly, and if
And-
they don't understand what we're doing and why we're doing it, like the controversy over, what people understood as being eliminating the labor committee, and what I kept saying to people is we're no more eliminating the labor committee than we're eliminating the business committee. We certainly would not eliminate the business committee.
Right.
I mean,
Yes, but it doesn't feel very Democrat, so that's why. The approach is not very Democrat, so stop it. All right, listen, we got to go. Your favorite Christmas movie of all time? Or TV show?
oh my gosh.
Favorite Christmas movie? Ray's is the Christmas Story with that stupid red wagon.
Well, no, that's not my favorite one. I love that one, though. It's a Red Ryder, you'll shoot your eye out rifle.
That's what it is.
That's what it
Now,
is.
what's your favorite movie then? What was it? White Christmas? What was it?
Oh, I don't know. White
Something
Christmas I love. Charlie Brown Christmas Special I love. Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase is a classic.
You want to check mark any of those, or did you have your own?
I don't even think I've seen most of those other than the Charlie Brown one.
You ever see White Christmas with Bing Crosby?
No.
Oh,
I'm not a fan of old movies.
Oh, you got to see this.
Sorry.
I like you already won your
And It's a
election.
Wonderful Life. I mean, so it's
I
hard
have
to.
seen that one once or twice.
It's like saying who's your favorite child. It's just they're all different. You can't do
How
it.
about we'll go with this? How about a Christmas song you'd never want to hear again?
A Christmas song I never want to hear again. Oh, there's some horrible one on that's like, it has really, really bad children's voices singing. That sounds terrible, but
Well, here's the new Republicans in town, ladies and gentlemen. They're against kids and Christmas.
no,
This will
I
be
mean, they're
super.
like singing about toys and it's
Okay.
just dumb. It came on the radio the other day and my kids were laughing hysterically.
Oh, that's-
So you're not anti-children,
I'm
right?
not anti-children. I have 4 of them.
Oh, good. All right. Well, good. Well, thank you for coming in here, and we hope to talk to you and a lot of others continually. Ray will be at the State House. We'll broadcast from there. Have you in as we all progress toward the same goal, which first and foremost is jobs and fiscal responsibility. So thank you for diving in and helping out with that.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
State Representative Amy Volk, nice to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
It is
Say Merry
7.
Christmas so people don't think you're scary.
Merry Christmas. I'm not scary.
I knew it. Go. Give me that. Give me
7:18 from 95.5 News Talk WLOB, and on the television WPME TV.
Headlines at News Talk WLOB. A judge has denied